privilege for me to be seated here today and my redeployment to the Ministry of Defense as Permanent Secretary. First, I want to thank the Almighty God, thank His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As you are all aware, the redeployment of PAMSECs have to be approved by His Excellency Mr. President. So we are not moved around without his blessing. So this is a very, very big privilege for me. And I want to sincerely thank him for the opportunity, my two ministers, the Minister of Defense and the Minister of State for Defense, who have been extremely supportive since the redeployment. Chief, this is a very, very big one for me, and one that I take with an assignment that I take very seriously because of my personal attachment to this particular ministry. And of course, like I always say, without the services, then there is no ministry. It is the services that give the ministry the impetus, because we're here to ensure that the services are able to effectively perform and maximize efficiency strategically, operationally, and tactically. And these, I want to assure you, on this familiarization visit, that we will give you maximum cooperation. We will work with you collaboratively to ensure that your dreams and aspirations as Chief of Air Staff and those of your colleagues in the other forces or services are accelerated and achieved. We will pay a lot of attention to activities that will make us work more collaboratively. Already we are looking at the review of the National Defense Policy. We will try to accelerate that, because ideally we should have a review every 5 years. I think the last one was in 2017 or so. A committee has already been set up. We will try very hard to get this committee running and try to work with timelines to see how much we can achieve very quickly. We will pay a lot of attention to service welfare. We have had a bit of a tete-a-tete, I've had a bit of your heart, and I'm extremely delighted to see that the Chief is very, very concerned about his officers and men. And I assure you that the ministry will work collaboratively with you to see how we can move these issues forward and enhance the lot of our officers and men, both in their offices, at home, and in the various fronts that we're dealing with as we speak. We will also pay attention to some forms of public-private partnerships as we go along, in line with your aspirations. Above all, we will be looking at joining hands with the services to see how we can together better achieve the defense of our sovereignty, enhance the welfare of armed officers and men, and then also see how we can jointly move the Ministry of Defense forward. Today is not a day of too much speeches. It is just a familiarization tour, but I will be definitely sitting back with you and your colleagues for us to be able to identify, understand your priorities, and then see how we can jointly facilitate your achieving your objectives, your goals, and your very strategic ambitions for Nigeria as a whole. So today we have come out as a ministry with the entire strength of my management from the ministry to assure you of our commitment to the cause that you have chosen, and that we will give you every support to the best interests of Nigeria as a sovereign entity, as a country. So I want to thank you once again for the very warm welcome that I have enjoyed, I and my team. and to assure you that we're looking forward to taking this further. My predecessor did a lot, and I want to pay very good tribute to him. My prayer is that we'll be able to take it a notch higher, because once there is hope and there is life, there is always a place called better. And we're looking forward to joining hands to make that happen. Once again, I thank you very much.